Who's your favourite person from history, Dan?
Thanks for asking.
Emily Davidson, maybe?
Who?
Mine's David Copperfield.
Yeah.
He's still alive.
So?
Person from...
David Copperfield's not still alive.
He is.
He isn't.
What's your favourite era of it? I'd love Tudor.
I love the Cold
Tudor
War.
England was great.
When was the Cold War of them?
Winter? was it in and around winter?
November?
I think it was around November to Feb. Definitely. Freezing. I love it. I love it how some things come up and I don't want to joke anymore. Like, what's your favourite era? Oh, well, Carl, it's actually Tudor England. Like a fucking absolute quendo. I can't do jokes anymore because I'm like, genuinely loved Wolf Hall.
I loved ancient Egypt as a kid, to be honest.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, pyramids and that, and the big cat.
Yeah. So you obviously took it all in, didn't you?
Tutankhamun, just like...
Oh, it sounds good in your Scouse accent.
Tutankhamun.
All the Scousers listening are like, that's exactly how you say that. But everyone else who's not, go and say it again.
Tutankhamun.
Tutankhamun.
How did you say it?
I don't know, mate. But it just sounds fucking quality. Tutankhamun, yeah, fucking know him. You his brother. Jamie.
Carmoon.
Jamie Carmoon.
It's a double barrel surname.
I tell you what, Tootin was hard, but don't fuck with his brother Jamie. Jamie Carmoon will fucking bang you out. He wouldn't even want you talking about him. Hey, Tootin's dead, but if you hear Jamie hears you talking about him.
Why the Tudors, Dan?
Covered in bronze. What?
Why the Tudors?
I just think it's a genuinely interesting point in our history that someone, a king, got married to his dead brother's wife, and it was an arranged marriage, and like literally for 20 years, this old Spanish lady who he didn't like basically couldn't give him kids, just pissed him off gradually, and he fucking messed up the whole country just to divorce her. He fucked us off from the Catholic Church. There's other reasons going on. To basically get money from the church, dissolve the monasteries, and just so he could get some crazy hot pussy in Anne Boleyn. Like that is, and I'm totally oversimplifying, but basically this amazingly hot woman who completely dick teased him, made him go, right, not only am I divorcing my wife, I'm going to...
Invent divorce.
I'm going to invent divorce. I'm going to break from the Catholic Church. I'm going to create a church. What's the church should be called? I think it should be the Church of England. Who's the head of it? Me! Just because he was like, God, she's thin. She won't fuck me. If Anne Boleyn had sucked Henry VIII's dick any time before that divorce, he'd have been like, oh, yeah, probably just stick with this lot because, you know, it's easy. And Pope seems really annoyed. Let's not start a holy war that will have ramifications down the ages.
Post-jizz guilt.
But Anne Boleyn was like, you ain't fucking this until you've started a new religion. That's how fit she was. She was like, I want a whole new religion.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
I don't think you're ready. And apparently she had a sixth finger.
Oh, good for the little stinky.
I think she only gave him hand jobs with the little extra, and he was like, oh, Anne, what is this, you six-fingered bitch?
I don't think you're ready for this jelly because your church is just too religious for it, man.
It took a little while, but I'll give it you. It was phenomenal.
So you like that because of the rich, and he likes cats and pyramids?
No, but I made a model of Egypt when I was in school.
Oh, right.
Okay. That helped me do it. Made pyramids, and the Sphinx was hard, I'll be honest with you. The pyramids were doable.
Did you just paper mache your pet cat?
I was always just obsessed with the fact that no one's got a fucking clue how they were made.
Yeah. There's also something about ancient burial that is fascinating.
Yeah.
Like the higher status you were, must have been a motherfucker. And this happened in like ancient history as well as like in this country, like warlords were buried. If you ruled the area, when you died, you were put in a burial mound with like your best ship, and there was other burial mounds put around it and all your stuff, and sometimes your wife and sometimes some of your slaves were like, in you go, he's dead. And I just find it fascinating. Like, how is that not interesting? And that's what happened in Egypt as well, isn't it? Those tombs were basically the kings and the richest people of the day were just thrown in there with all the shit. And there must have been some fairly poor people like, Oh, imagine if we just didn't bury them with all the shit. Their sons must have been like, oh, for fuck's sake, could inherit that. It's good TV, that. There wasn't TVs.
They didn't have tellies back
Hadn't
then.
been invented. They had
Maybe they
radios.
did. They used to use sound, apparently, to move the big rocks, didn't they?
Where have you heard that?
I think they used Jews.
That's a rumour as well. It was either
No,
Jews.
no.
It was either Jew slaves or aliens.
What Jews?
They're the two competing
Or
theories.
sound.
No,
Look at that boulder, look. Ismail, give it a nudge. That's a fucking...
So you think Jews carried rocks as big as this building?
Yeah, I think the Hebrews built the pyramid.
Do you?
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
Apparently they used like technology that we can't access, sound waves and shit, to move objects, which is possible. It wasn't like, hey, and it moved.
How did they get the top block on?
Lots of Jews.
How?
Loads of Hebrews.
How? How'd you get it up there? Do you know how big the pyramids are?
They're big.
Yeah.
What?
You ever seen them?
Yeah,
It's like two Mackies on top of each other.
yeah, but what if they built from the bottom and then just nudged it up? You thought about that?
What do you mean?
Well, you get the top boulder and then you put 4 underneath it. Up it goes. And then
So how'd you lift the last one?
I was just being stupid, but you were all looking at me like,
What? That's fucking stupid. It was,
I don't know.
100% aliens.
yeah. All right, cool.
Or Jew aliens?
Yeah. Shout out Dave Chappelle.
How is that the thing that made me flinch?
I would argue, rightly so.
Hey, shout out ancient Hebrews. Had a bad deal.
Do you reckon there's any of them still knocking about?
my
What?
people go. What?
Isn't that Gaston?
Is there any ancient Hebrews about?
Yep.
Yeah. In outer space. Well, I need a break. I need a break.
I think that's a good call.
I think it's a good break.